Alright, 2 reviews in one day. Let's try to do this. Our next review we're going to do is the album from XXX Tentacion's 17. XXX Tentacion is age 19 from Pompano, Florida. A guy that's had a lot of legal issues, but mostly he's been very depressed. A guy that's definitely been through a lot of downs, and you can tell through his music he's hurting a lot. And he created this album named 17, and in my honest opinion, he did a really good job. This is a very good album. He's a very good artist. He really puts you deep down to emotion and makes you think about really depression and everything and what he's going through, but it also makes you, if you are dealing with things, he helps you. I think this album does help. It helps me a little bit. I struggle with depression a lot, and for me, this made me like better myself. Honestly, it just there's deep messages. Of course, I do worry for him as a person. I would love to help him if I could. If I could have talked to him, that'd been amazing, because he just seems like he's hurting a lot. But he makes great music, and he's very underrated. A lot of people, keep thinking him as the same limelight as Little Pump in those. He's different. He's just a different personality. They're all different personalities, but he honestly, like, not to be mean, but he raps about real stuff. Like, he raps about that cold, dark feeling. Little Pump raps about, the greatness of having money and everything, but he raps about some real stuff, man, and that's why I do love X. In my opinion, I think he's a great artist, and if he was in concert, yeah, I would definitely go see him. I definitely want to buy his album. I think this is an album that I just really want to go for. It's just one of those albums that just really make you feel more warmth, but also feel pain for him at the same time. But great production, great album overall. Like, everything worked out well, and I'm very glad. So, and this is, a very short album for sure. It's only 22 minutes and 1 second left. Very short. The songs are like 1 minute, 2 minutes long. So my ranking will definitely be affected by that, by how short it is, because I expect him to get a little bit in his next album or very soon. I want him to put out music that's 3.5 minutes long. See him rap more, because he can rap. He's very good, very, very good. And as of right now, the album released on August 25th, 2017. Genre is hip hop, indie rock. They also label it as emo and lo-fi, so we'll see how that goes. In my opinion, yes, it's definitely hip hop. There's some rock kind of pop in there in some of the tracks, and I guess emo, sure. But I just definitely, it's very psychological in my opinion, so it's pretty cool. You gotta put kind of psychological in a way in there, I would say. The label from this album, you're looking at Bad Vibes Forever and Empire, and producers, you're looking at X, that also was an executive producer for it. He produced a lot, if not all, of his entire beats, pretty much, for the most part. But along with that, he had producers just like Dex Duncan, John Cunningham, Natural Average, Nick Mira, Patsu, Taz Taylor, Tobias, Jezzo Jr. So overall, this is, he had definitely producers out there, but he's smart enough to also produce his own thing, and that's pretty cool. And you're looking at a guy that actually had one feature, and that's with Trippy Red, which I will be doing his released stuff eventually and listen to it. Haven't really gotten to listen to Trippy Red, but Trippy Red is another one of those SoundCloud rappers that's really blew up for sure, just like Smoke Perp, just a Little Pump. So you're looking at, just guys from Florida, just, coming out and really just being that, like, awesome, awesomeness there. Trippy Red, again, is from Ohio, but you know what I mean, like, these Florida rappers I'm seeing, I'm doing as of right now, it's amazing to see this. Anyway, let's take a look at X's album, shall we? And we first start with the first track, of course. It's called The Explanation. Explanation is very deep. It gives you a background of what the album's going to be. It's all about depression. It's all about his thoughts. It's all about what he's going to do, what he's going to say. It's pretty much, the album is him. Like, he's telling us that this album is everything of my creation. Thus, it is me. It is what I am. It is what I'm feeling. So please respect that. And I respect that whole opening. I think, it's much needed, especially, when you're trying to come out, debuting your album. There's a lot to expect, and I think, not many people will actually do that. Well, they'll start out an album explaining something. So it's kind of cool. I thought that was unique. I really did. Second track, one of my favorite tracks on this album is Jocelyn Flores. Just his rhythm of how he says every single thing on his verse, on his pretty much his only verse in the song, is fantastic. Like, the way he has his verses just lined up pretty well. Like, his bars are definitely, he's preaching. He's doing a great job of it, and the entire verse is my favorite. So I will read you the entire verse as of right now, and make sure I blurt out some words here. But here it is. Ready for this? I'm in pain, want to put 10 shots in my brain. I've been tripping about some things, can't change. Suicidal, same time I'm tame. Picture this in bed, get a phone call. Girl that you effed will killed herself. That was the summer, nobody helped. And ever since then, man, I hate myself. Wanna effing end it. Pessimistic, all wanna see me, no pot to piss in. But been excited about the grave I'm digging. Having conversations about my hate decisions. Effing sickening. At the same time, memories surfaced through the grapevine about my uncle playing with a Slipknot. Post-traumatic stress got me effed up. Been effed up since the couple months that had a end locked up. So it's dark. It's very much a reality thing of breaking heart, of someone breaking your heart and you feeling like, I want to die. It's very, he's pretty much saying his depression is there, but I enjoy everything that he mixed well in that verse, and how his release was, how his pitch came, how just his entirety of the entire track really brought my attention fully, and I enjoyed it fully. Honestly, fantastic. The third track, Depression and Obsession, again, very short. These are very short tracks, so a minute long for most of them. But this is just, just telling you that depression and obsession of something definitely will get to you, and it's not healthy at all. But this was a good rocky vibe. I really enjoyed the whole guitar strumming thing, as well as the guitar strumming along with him pretty much singing. To me, that was fairly entertaining. So I think that was pretty cool to just see. Anyway, we move on to the fourth one. Everybody dies in their nightmares. Everybody dies in their nightmares. Again, this is another one that I really, really enjoy. Just the repetitive nature of his outro and his whole chorus is the reason why I did not put this as one of my favorites. But I love listening to it. There's nothing wrong with it. I do love listening to it. I enjoy his first 4 lines on this verse. As you can see, you're looking at it. Only time I feel pain when I'm feeling love. That's why it's tatted on my face that I'm damn numb. Only time I'm in my mind when I'm all alone. That's why I'm never really alone in the nighttime. It's, like I said, it's something. It's dark. It makes you feel what could possibly happen in a brain, like a human brain, from so much heartbreak, from having someone you love so much and care so much for, and for them to kind of backstab you in the back for that. That's horrible, and I've experienced it. So this actually hit me a lot. Honestly, to be quite honest with you, I've had serious depression with a lot of that, with just in general people that just hate me for no reason, that, my naive self, of course, maybe I've made a couple mistakes, but I don't hate anyone, why do you have to hate me, kind of thing. This is pretty much a very basis of this entire album. Like, he wants to understand why is it like this, and it just hit me home. That's why I really enjoy this album a lot personally. So it hit me home a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed that line for sure. I love this fourth track. It's fantastic. Fifth one is very popular. It's called Revenge. Very rocky feel. Like I said, rock in there. Guitar strumming, it's great. Overall, yeah, like I said, this entire album is heartbreak and depression and everything, and helping people out figure out what's going on. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. No favorite lines on this one particularly. Particularly just because I don't really have a favorite line in this one, but good one. I like it a lot, and I think honestly, pretty smart to just do these kinds of songs for sure, in terms of how he does it. Now, the sixth track is called "Save Me," and that's, like I said, that's also a cry for help, and very, very, very short track, but pretty good track nonetheless. Not one of my favorites because it's so short. So the seventh track is "Dead Inside," Interlude. Again, a very short track as well. Talks about how he feels after just getting his heart broken and seeing his love pretty much, like his lover with someone else, and so it's like he's feeling pain, and you can feel pain in the song. So it's always hard to kind of see an artist feel really painful because you've been there too. So you can connect with them, but you also I feel bad from the artist's perspective of having to feel these feelings. The eighth track is "Fuck Love." Excuse me, I'm so sorry. F Love. That's featuring Trippy Red. So, like I said, this is the only feature on it. Trippy Red did a really good job. I really enjoy his like smooth voice on this chorus and everything, and I really enjoy X's demeanor and just it's feeling like his heart is being broken, almost shattered. You know, it's like they took his heart and just, you know, it's something else. And I really enjoy it. There's no favorite line there neither. Number 9, "Carry On." I have a line that I really, really enjoy, but this song in general is amazing. It's just fantastic. It's really it's crafted well. The beats are fantastic. I really enjoyed Patsu really produced a really good song, and he was able to deliver a pretty good song for a short amount of time. Again, a very short song, but I really enjoy this very line. In my honest opinion, I think it's one of my favorite ones. "A cold shoulder, heartbroken, misspoken. I'm cut open, her fingers in all my stab wounds. And if she could, she'd probably dance on my grave. Inside my head, I see your face." It's, like I said, it's a lot to grasp. It's hard, and it's painful. But you understand his pain, like I said. So I love it a lot. I do love that song. The 10th track is "Orlando." It's really good. Just pretty good vibe to it. Pretty good beat. I mean, not much I can say. He just has a lot of good rock as well as good hip hop beats. Definitely, like I said, he's not too much as well as a trap guy. He's definitely not a trap artist. He's a rock guy. He's a rock star kind of guy in terms of his beats. But yeah, he's an emotional rapper. For Orlando, the 10th track, not really any great lines. I just really enjoy it a lot. I also enjoy his final track, the 11th track, "Ayala," outro. Just his entire ending to what is a very dark and a very depressing, yet very, I would say, helping towards, I would say, myself. I don't know if it would help others, but I think it would. He's got that vibe in him that honestly, he really does honestly have some rough times right now, but he's trying to make sure that he also helps others to feel less stressed, less depressed, and I really enjoy that about him. Um, just a fantastic album. It's too short. It's 22 minutes for me. It's like a mixtape to me. But this was a killer album, of course. And right now I'm kind of afraid because I want him to make more music. He made a really good album, and now he's debating whether to make music anymore because of the whole Ski Mask situation. If you don't know, they had a rough outing there. Ski Mask is another SoundCloud rapper, and I'll get to him as later on. You'll definitely hear his name for sure. You'll hear a lot of these guys' names. But anyway, he's been struggling a lot. You know, had a fight with Migos. You know, had that just, yeah. He's an emotional guy, and I can appreciate that because I'm also an emotional guy when it comes to sports and things that I love doing. So I can understand his entire perception on things and his emotional state. It's not well right now, but fantastic artist. I don't want him to quit. I hope he doesn't quit music. I think he can make fantastic albums, but I would like to see him rap a little more in terms of I want him to make a longer album is what I mean. I don't want to see him rap all the time. He can definitely make a rocky vibe as well because he's really good at doing that. He's really good at making rocky instrumentals or just guitar and just, you know, kind of like freestyle a little bit. It's almost like he's just hanging out. He's just talking to us. It's almost like that's what it is. It's just a session to him, not more of a oh, it's an obligation to make this album fire. Like, no, he just wants to talk to us like a real human being, which is why I appreciate this album. Though because of the low, in terms of like low quality, and what I mean by that is not enough time on there, like 1 minute tracks. I would have to sell it short of an 80, like an 8 out of 10. I would have to put it at a 7.8 because as much as I love this album, and I think this album is very good and very underrated, and he's a very underrated artist and rapper, just overall musician, he needs to have longer tracks for me to honestly put him on a higher spectrum in terms of, you know, reviews, because then I can see his lyrical talent as a musician or an artist, just overall his talent as an artist itself. Just needs to have longer songs, but overall this is a fantastic guy that's got a lot going for him. So I really do wish him well. I hope he does get better with his mental health, and I hope, with all that said, I hope in the end he makes more music and he becomes famous and he gets respected, because in all honesty I think he deserves the respect. He's a fantastic musician, he's a fantastic artist, and he's unique. So